So, hello everyone. I am Archie from the team of GISA Council. I welcome you all in Introduction to the Five Trust Services Criteria (TSC) of SOC 2 Type 2 webinar conducted by GISA Council. It is a non-for-profit organization committed to empowering individuals and organizations through specialized training and globally recognized certification. Our mission is to strengthen the cybersecurity and IT governance ecosystem by building skilled professionals through programs such as PCI DSS Implementer and Auditor, Associate Information Systems Auditor, ISA, CISA, CISM, C-Risk Prep Training, ISO 27001, SOC 2 Type 2 Auditing, DPO, and many more. Our director, Dr. Hiral Patel, is over 17 years of having 17 years of global experience in information technology and cybersecurity. As a consultant and lead auditor, she is passionate about mentoring, guiding professionals in building successful career in information systems audit, risk, and cybersecurity. In just more than 3 years since our establishment, GISA Council has proudly trained over 5,000 plus professionals across 60 plus countries, including participants from 170 plus global enterprises with more than 30 Fortune 500 companies among them. Now, I'm delighted to introduce Mr. Sonu Verma, a seasoned trainer with 18 years of experience helping professionals to advance their career, having worked with multinational corporations, also implemented reporting and data integration solutions. The vision through his practical insight, he aims to help individuals to enhance their skills, build successful career, drive meaningful change in the organization. As a consultant and lead auditor, his practical insight make him a valuable asset to this webinar. Best wishes to all the participants. Now, sir, over to you. Thank you all.
Oh, thank you, Archie, for the introduction. All right, team, before I start the session, somebody just needs to confirm that the PPT is visible to all of you.
Not as of now.
Yes.
Now
Yes,
it is.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The team, this session has on the webinar has been introduced by GISA Council to understand the SOC 2 trust criteria. What are the 5 trust criteria that we use to audit SOC audit, whether it's a SOC 1, SOC 2 audit? In this webinar, we will go through overview of the SOC 2 trust criteria. Additionally, this criteria that we are going to discuss in this, additionally, we are going to learn what is the difference between SOC 1 audit, SOC 2 audit, difference between SOC audit and their types like type 1 and type 2. Additionally, the tabletop activities that is required, okay, in the BCP part, then we will go through the SOC 2 audit, okay. Now, in 2026, SOC audit is going the class. When this class is going to be started, I will show you how to register yourself for this SOC 2 audit part. Anyone on this call is from the SOC audit team? Anyone on this call?
Yeah, because this side I am from the soft audit side.
Great. So what we will do, we will also tell you that how the reports look like, SOC audit reports, okay. And when you need to register yourself for this complete SOC audit class, okay, what you need to do, you will go to the GISA Council website to register yourself for the course. This is not gonna be a PPT reading, guys. This is gonna be a complete practical session where we will use the COSO framework to do the SOC audit. So for that, you need to go to GISA Council, go to certification tab, and then you will see SOC 2 audit is here. You will select SOC 2 type 2 audit. You will click on enroll, and whatever we are going to learn is here. That is how we are going to audit framework. We are going to understand the SOC 2 audit framework, foundation, audit planning and documentation, where I will teach you how to create the control sheet, how we are going to do the audit against the control sheet that you will create. Additionally, how you are going to create the audit calendar, how you are going to send the DRL part. DRL stands for data request. How you will go ahead and assess that, how you're going to write the risk in case there is a risk. Additionally, at the end of the class, we will cover the fifth domain, that is SOC report writing. And this batch is going to start from 9th of August. That is going to cover 36 hours of complete practical session that will cover all these 5 domains. The timing is going to be 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. UTC is going to be 12 to 4. And this is completely a weekend batch. The timing has been crafted in a way where you do not compromise your family time. Okay, so in the morning you can have your weekend time, and in the evening you can come for the batch. This is going to be a complete practical session. When it comes to the charges for the Indian participants, it is going to be 17,700 for Indian participants. For senior, for international uh, participants, it is going to cost you 250 US dollar only. Once you click on register, fill the form, and our support team will help you in order to be onboarded for this program. I'm getting back to the audit part. Okay. So I'm going to use a Word document for the people to understand the SOC audit. Okay. What are the 5 trust criteria that we use? Okay. First, I'm going to, there are people on the call who are not aware of what you call, what is the difference between SOC audit and SOC 1, SOC 2 team. So SOC audit is basically divided in two parts. Okay. What are they? SOC 1 audit, SOC 2 audit. Okay. SOC 1 audit is audit on financial controls, and this is a security audit in short. Okay. Like we do the ISO audit. These two audit reports, and there is something called SOC 3 audit report. And then there is something called bridge letter. Before we get into the 5 trust criteria, we need to understand what is the difference between SOC 1 type 1 and SOC 2 type 2. Okay. So for better understanding, I'm making a table here. So SOC 1 audit, and then SOC 2 audit. Okay. They are divided in type 1, type 2. Okay. Any idea? Anyone on the call has understanding of the type 1 and type 2 audit, guys?
I think is it about the point in time and period of time something? I recall something like that. I read somewhere.
That is correct. Okay. So this is going to cover in both. That is correct. So what happens when we conduct the audit for point in time? It is a audit of point in time, point of time, and this is called period of time. Okay. Now, what happens when you're auditing organization for type 1? It can start for 1 week, where when we talk about 1 week time or 3 months time or 1 month time, let's say we are getting it for 3 months. Okay. So what exactly that means? Okay, these 3 months will be covered, let's say, stock 1 audit, and it says type 1. Okay. So you will see that most of the report is from 1 month to 3 months. You will see 3 months. What does it mean when we talk about 3 months? It is audit period. Okay. Audit period means you cannot go beyond this time period and you cannot go after this time period to ask for the evidence. For example, if this audit period is Jan 26 to March 26, okay, you can ask for evidence from Jan to March only. Okay, you cannot skip this. This works as a boundary, for the auditor also and for the person who is giving the evidence. Let's say if you're auditing an access management, okay, and you want to audit an organization for the new hire part, that how many people have joined the organization from Jan 26 to March 26, we will go ahead and ask the data from recruitment team that please give me the hiring, how many people have joined from Jan 26 to March 26. Then if we have to audit the access management, we will ask the Jira tickets, that how many tickets have been submitted from Jan to March, and then we will audit the organization on the basis of access management policy, whether the access has been granted on the least access control, PBAC, privileged access control, role-based access control mechanism of the organization's policy. This is what we call as a point of time audit. Is this clear, team? Any question? I take it as no. Okay.
No, no.
SOC. You have some question? Okay.
Does this have a variation impact in case there is a financial year changes,
Yes,
calendar
it
year?
does. Yes, it does. So the question period of time, it may capture time period of 6 months or more than 3 months or 12 months. Okay. Now, it means the audit period is Jan 25 to December 25, complete 1 year audit. Okay. This is the calendar year. If they have, like a gentleman asked me for the financial term, yes, you can choose from, let's say, April to March, 1st April to 31st March to cover the financial year. Now, the question comes, who is responsible to give audit period? Audit period during stock audit. Okay, even whether it's ISO audit, NIST audits, any audit, who is responsible? So audit committee or management team will give you the audit period, and they can ask you for audit on basis of SOC 1 or SOC 2. Okay, depends what is the requirement of the organization. It is the organization's, what you call, it is the audit committee who decides the audit period. They decide whether they want to go for SOC 1 audit or SOC 2 audit. Now,
Um, Sorry to interrupt. Um, I'm not still very clear between for the difference between the type 1 and type 2, because in type 1 also it looks like a period of time only, because it is a period of 3 months. So it is again a period of time
it is
only. It's
if it is moving for, let's say, you are moving more than after 3 months, if you're covering for 1 year, 6 months. Okay, point of time, let's say we are auditing sometime. I just gave you an example. They can say, okay, we are auditing certain controls for 7 days only.
Mhm,
Sometimes this also happens. Okay.
mhm.
Even if you're writing 1 day, it is a period of time, right?
O-
But
Okay,
the
so
length
basically, anything longer than 3 months is SOC type 2, and anything smaller than 3 months is type 1, is it?
can be said that.
Uh,
Yes.
Sorry to get into, but basically, point in time is that as on date, you will be giving the
Uh,
controls as
Correct.
in type
As
1.
on date,
You mean to
yes.
say prevailing?
Yes, the company will say, okay, I want to start audit now. Okay. So from now
So,
onwards, you can have 7 days of time to do the audit. Okay, you are doing that. The person who is giving me the response is correct. Please go ahead.
now, basically, what you will do, the controls that are implemented by the organization as on date, what are all the controls are
Yes.
implemented by them,
At the same time, real
is
time
what
audit.
is this that is the time. Basically, I may say that I am evaluated the control as on such date.
That is correct.
That is the
Right.
way type
So
1 goes.
yes, for
Type
7 days,
2 goes,
if I
type
want
2
to
goes
go
for,
for period of time.
yeah,
Yes,
it
go
is
on, go on.
type 2 is period of time is minimum 6 months evidence is required for you
Right.
to talk about the
The SOC 2
report
type
on
2.
SOC to type 2.
Right.
Got it.
Just tell me,
Similarly,
Zarin,
in
right?
type 1, in type 1, another type 1, we are going to talk about the design of controls only.
That is correct.
We are not going to look at the evidences. We will be looking at some important control evidences, whether
That's
they were
correct.
implemented or not. But
Correct. Thank you for providing the input.
yeah,
That you're
Okay.
right.
Similar to like balance sheet is as on date, and like
yeah,
That is
P&L
yes,
correct.
statement
exactly,
is
That's
period of time, something
exactly,
like that.
exactly,
wrong.
exactly, exactly.
Now,
But when we are talking about in type 2, it is not only we will be talking about the design of controls, but also we need to talk about the effectiveness of the controls implemented. By saying that you just can't take only 1 month evidence and say that the control is effective. You have to take over a period of time. We have to see the trend and things like that and see that yes, the trend is maintained. Then we will say that the control is effective. Otherwise, we will say it is not effective. Correct?
that is correct.
Yeah.
So in a calendar year, let's say for the first 6 months, you have generated a report or the report has been submitted. And there is I would say, huge impact in the second report, the second half of the year. So what report are we going to consider it for that financial year? The first one or the
No, no,
second
no,
one?
no, no, no.
Or we have to
Sir,
have a consolidated one?
no, 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 no. Sir, when we are talking about report for SOC 2, type 2, it is only one report. There is no two reports. Basically, over a period of time, how your control was implemented, how effective they are. If suppose, for example, let me take one example and then tell you, then you are understanding it. Like now for the access control, you say every quarter I will review the evidence, right? I will review the access control. Then in that case, you are supposed to say you have to have 4 reports. You are supposed to
Okay,
share 4 evidence.
let
Yeah,
you, Swaminathan, pause for a
yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Let me make this understand using what Swaminathan is saying. Okay, let's say, let me get a policy for you, okay, for the practical understanding. Okay, so let's say this is the company policy of access management. Okay, now company policy says 3 parts. Okay, this is divided in 3 parts. One is the new hire policy, then ID deactivation process, then ID modification process. So what happens, team, when we are auditing in an organization from access management point of view, we audit whether the new hire IDs are created as per the company deadline. Let's say if they say within 2 days, 2 business days, ID needs to be created. Okay, so this is the control that we are going to test. So what we need to do, we ask the HR team, please provide me the number of people who have joined. Now, if you want to get this conducted in a practical aspect, so let me give you, let's say 50 people join in your audit period. Okay. Now, the 50 people, how you, the way Swaminathan is saying, the sampling part and selection of evidence. Okay. So first we will go ahead and do the sampling. Okay. Let's say a quarter, Jan to March, 15 people joined, 15 joinees. April to June, 10. July to September, 15. October to December, total 50. Okay. Now, this is the new hire case. Okay. What Swami is saying, that other than this reporting part, he is saying that if the organization's policy says that there should be a user access review that will happen in every 3 months. For this organization, the organization is saying, the policy is saying, we are not going to force them to conduct the user access review in every 3 months or every month. It is the management who decides that what is the requirement as per the business complexity. So it says the organization must conduct user access review in every 6 months, and reports of UR must be documented and presented for management review. Okay. Now, if I need to audit this part, okay, so what evidence I need? Okay, like Swami is saying, we need 2 UAR report, right, Swami? This is what you're saying in this case?
Absolutely, absolutely
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Now, what Swami is saying, that we need to get the report, that how many reports are falling under your under your audit period. Okay. If you are auditing an organization of 6 months, you are entitled to ask for 1 report. If you're auditing for 1.5 years, you can ask for 3 reports. Yes, if you want to audit for 2 months, 1 year, where if our audit period is Jan to December to 25 to December 25, it is covering 12 months. So we need to understand how to take out the control. On the basis of this, we need 2 user access review report for audit as evidence. For audit for as evidence for audit. Additionally, what we need, can somebody tell me what else do we need from this statement? If not Swami, not you. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone else? If we are taking out the control from organization policy, it says we need 2 reports. And other than that, what we need? Neha?
Not sure.
Anyone? Shameen? Yakub? So what we do not force the organization to audit or provide the evidence for which they have not mentioned in the policy. So what it is written, the 2 reports we are going to get from here, and it says presented to management review. Okay, so what we need, 2 management review reports. It can be like it might have been discussed in a monthly business review, okay, or quarterly business review, okay, whatever the platform they choose to discuss the user access review, and the management needs to provide their evidence. This evidence may be of PPT presentation of the report and management documentation of their inputs. Additionally, in SOC audit, okay, in ISO audit, this is justified, but additionally, in SOC audit, we will ask, share the meeting invites of these presentation. Okay, so they need to give you the Teams invite that yes, the calendar invite was sent, and it is not just a calendar invite was sent, it is actually happened. The management review has actually taken and it is documented on the call. So they may ask you the attendance. Okay, most of the sometime the PwC and EY auditor, they all say, okay, we do not want just the document, we need the evidence of proof that yes, management review has taken place. It is not just you're giving me a Word document or PPT where you have written two statements, then management review done, management agreed to the finding. No, we need further evidence. And that is why SOC audit takes too much of time. Is this understood?
Yes.
Now, Swami, you want to give any inputs if you wish to?
No, thanks. That's
All
it.
right. Now, what happens in conducting the audit? Okay, the 5 trust criteria, CIA plus SP. Okay, confidentiality, integrity, availability, processing integrity, and security, privacy and security. Okay, so what we do, like Swami was saying about this part, how to do the sample, how many requirements are there. Now, when we are conducting the audit, whether it is a SOC 1, SOC 2, type 1, type 2, there are certain things I will teach you. Okay, let's say somebody needs to go there and do the sampling. Okay, I need to audit this for entire my audit period. Let's say my audit period is Jan to December 25. Now, I need to ask for the number of tickets. Total are 50. If you are an internal auditor, yes, you can ask for total 50 evidence. But as an auditor, you cannot go ahead and keep auditing 50 tickets, 50 JIRA tickets, 50 approval tickets. Okay. So if you move there in the access management, okay, it says for new hire, it says ticket must capture the business justification. Trainer needs to raise the request. It has to be a ID request form in which the person needs to raise the request. So test of design and test of effectiveness, like we are taking the process also, whether what they have written, they are following the process. So what we need here, we need to do the sampling. Okay. What is the best practice, Swami, you take? Like out of 50, how many samples should we conduct?
Generally, it's all again depends on the things, because how many new employees joined. If you are
50, I
going
told
to,
you. In this
the new
50.
employees are 50. 50
Yes.
people are joined. So we can take around for each month, each quarter, we can take some
Total,
5,
how much? How many I need to take?
5 to 10%. We can take and
10%.
do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
So, just for the information, when any audited firm is going to conduct any kind of audit, there should be a sampling method already decided or documented. Based on that, 5 to 10% we can
Who
take
told
from
you?
each of them.
No, the sampling method is decided by the auditor, not the auditee. Sampling
Yeah.
method will
No,
not be decided.
audit firm.
Audit
Yeah.
firm, yes.
That's what I am. Audit firm, correct.
So the sampling method for the correct for all you guys, there is a correction. The sampling method differs from domains to domains. Okay. If you're auditing user access review, the sampling method can be different. There can be stratified sampling, quantitative sampling, block sampling, random sampling. Okay, that can be done. For example, if for this new hire, I'm just giving it a new way, for additional way to understand this part. The sampling for new hire. Okay, here sampling for new hire, we are doing for access management. Okay, where the ideal practice is that if the number should be 5 to 10%, okay, it has to be above 5%. If you find that there are 500 people have joined, you cannot choose 10% and keep auditing 50 tickets. Okay, it is it should vary from 5 to 10%. Okay, now for, let's say I am doing a sampling. Okay, there are 3 ways, other ways also. Now let's say the joiners department, I am saying that SDLC, finance team, operation team, quality team. Okay. Now, what the auditors they do, they simply do the sampling on the basis of 5, 5, 5, something like that. But if I add a statement, this organization deals in software development. Now, it clearly says the core business of this organization is software development. So I cannot go ahead and say, okay, 10% I need to choose. So 5 tickets I need to choose. So I will do 2, 1, 1, 1, not like this. Okay. Or I can choose anything random sampling 2, 1. Okay. If I need to do, let's say I need to choose 10 tickets. Okay. In total, 10 tickets. Okay. Forget about percentage. So what happens? I need to see what is in the SOC narratives. You will see what the core business of this organization is. So our work is to ensure that the organization is secured in more core business. So my sampling will be more from software development. I can choose 2 from operation, 1 from quality. And since the financial, this is the financial audit, if you're doing the SOC 1 audit, and for the software development team, I can add, let's say 5 to 7, 1, 8, 2 more tickets here. Okay. Or I can do 3 tickets from here and 1 tickets from here, because those people who are dealing with the financial part, I need to ensure their access to the financial system is provided on the risk-based access, not just the normal access. For software development, since this is a core business, I need to see that what designation they have. Let's say 5 people have joined. Okay. Now in 15 people have joined, I can see 10 people have joined as a coder, 3 people have joined as a tester, and 2 people have joined as a chief technical officer, and 1 as a software development lifecycle or project management officer, PMO. So I cannot escape the CTO access and the PMO access, since they are the critical resource within the SDLC system. So what we are doing here, we are neither doing the stratified sampling, nor we are doing the random sampling. But what we are doing the sampling on the basis of your experience and risk.
Risk-based sampling, basically.
Risk-based sampling. So normally this is known as a collective way or cocktail way of doing the sampling, so that we cover the core business and core team. Is this understood?
Yes.
Now, for the same new Chinese people, if I have to audit HR system, security audit, okay, where we need to do the check audit, the BGV files audit sampling. Okay, what should be my sampling method? As an internal auditor, let's say as an internal auditor. How many files do I need to select for background verification? How many files as an internal auditor and external auditor? How many files? As an internal auditor, you need to ensure all these 50 files.
100%.
Yes. Who is this guy?
Sridhar.
Thank you, Sridhar. Yes. We need to audit 50 files audit. That is 100% audit. And Sridhar, what is the business justification for this?
Sorry, I'm mute. Background verification is the mandatory thing for each and every particular user, whoever joins. So there is no leverage of actually taking going for a stratified by sampling or any other sampling methodology. There are few cases, few controls where we need to have 100% sampling.
It might be also compliance issue, right?
That is correct. But as an external auditor, you will not audit 50 audits. They will not give you 50 files, right? As an external auditor, how you will do the sampling?
5 to 10%. 5 to 10%.
Okay,
Random.
let's say. Okay,
I
let's say
will
10.
do random,
Let's say 10 files. You need to choose. Okay. Now 10 files. How will you do the sampling?
100% checking, complete checking
No.
of the background verification.
No. As an internal auditor, you have doing 100%. Okay. And here you are doing 20%. Okay. Let's say 10 files.
It is again based on the business, how they are working. It's again software development company, right? So you will look into those people, so SDLC and CTO and PMO, all that. The same logic what you use for access management can be used here also.
Right.
Because
so here the methodology will remain same, but what we need to do, what we need to keep in our mind, okay, let's say as an external auditor, you're doing sampling, okay, you will, let's say 10 people, how many people have joined? 50, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 50 people, okay. So 10, 40, 1, let's say 2 here, 3 here. Let's say make it 5. Okay, total 50. Now SDLC team, tester, coder, let's say quality team, quality check part. 1, 2 as a PMO, 3 as a CSM, plus secure code reviewer. Okay. And this is, let's say, anything in UAT and something like that. Okay. UAT is covered in test only. Okay. Coding, testing, any department, just understand. Okay. So what we need to do, if I need to do the sampling, my things should be covered that I need to do the sampling in a way where we do not create a sampling error or sampling risk. Okay. Sampling risk or sampling error. There are 2 ways to do. Okay. We need to choose, let's say, how many files? 10 files. So by default, before we move to anyone, we will do 100% checks here. 2 and 3, 5 files. Then the rest of the file, you can choose 2, 1, like this. Okay. Now, this is what we are doing. You are doing the background verification of the more critical resources who is handling the source code review, who is responsible to do the security who is the security code reviewer, who is the project management and the client service manager. The rest of the sampling, you can do 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now, additionally, in this case, okay, in the sampling method part, okay, the sampling error also comes when you are choosing one from, okay, if we are not doing this this part, if I have to check the joiners, 15 joiners are not just from January to March, but they are spread out. So we need to do the sampling in a way we are touching each month So we cannot say that, okay, we have taken 5 samples from here and 5 samples from here. Okay. Sampling error happens when you are doing the inadequate sampling, but we are not doing inadequate sampling. We are choosing 10 files. But what the sampling risk happens, you don't know what is happening in the July till December because you skip to pick the sample from here. So in the sampling part, you will be touching all the months, all the quarters, and specifically all the critical resources. In this way, we ensure that our CIA and SP is covered, okay, and ensuring that none of the department is creating the sampling error or sampling risk. Is this clear?
One
Yes.
more small input I wanted to do here, that we will also get the summary file from them, basically, which will have a record how many people have been background verification done out of 50. How many are green? How many are red? How many are?
No, the HR will always give you green file only. Otherwise,
No.
HR system will be saying that, oh my God, HR called, the auditor called me. Let's say they are giving you amber file, red file. So you don't need to do the audit. The audit is failed. The background verification audit is failed then and there. So you don't need to do the sampling and all. So they
I understand that. No. What
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to say, the summary, purpose of asking the summary
Mhm.
file is to make sure that all 50 have been done or not. Right?
Yes, they will give you
So it
that
is,
way. For example, let me show you. Okay. Let's say if I open the EDR, okay, which is EDR stands for Employee Detail Report.
yeah.
Okay.
I think you're talking about from completeness aspect.
Yeah, that's right.
Correct. Okay. So what we do, let me show you the BGB tracker. Okay. How they keep it, how the HR system do. Before you go and audit them, they always skip this audit part. Okay. The internal tracker, they keep it this way. Okay, they write down, they have a complete tracker. Okay, employee ID, date of joining, did they sign the non-disclosure agreement, NDA violation, yes or no. They will see that, okay, the date of joining should, before the date of joining or on the date of joining, they need to provide the non-disclosure agreement signed before they conduct the audit. Okay, before they join the organization. So like we all have worked in our organization or people are working in the organization, you will see the HR ask you to sign the non-disclosure agreement on the date of joining. So they ensure that does not fail the audit. Okay. If they say it is
That's,
not,
yeah,
okay.
I
What they
agree
do,
with you.
then they divide this part in 3 parts. Pre-checks audit. Okay. Some of the organization, not some of the organization, most of the organization, they ask you to submit your Aadhaar card or W-9 or social security number. And by the time you're serving the notice period in your organization, they are running the parallel checks. Okay, this is the post verification, post employment. You have joined the organization, but your verification of the certificates, and everything is getting verified. Because I feel only 1 or 2% organization, they conduct the 100% audit before you actually go on the induction. Why? Because if you don't join the organization, they have to pay for the checks, okay, to the third party. So what they do, they say, okay, you submit this document internally to the HR, to the recruiter, and once you confirm that you are joining, then they run the this is the pre-checks and post-checks. And then when you get promoted to, let's say you have been promoted as a chief information security officer or the client service manager, okay, they ask you to conduct the during employment, promotion and transfer cases. Let's say you have been selected as a client service manager for SDLC team, where you will be sitting in on-site. They will say, okay, you have been promoted, congratulations, and you have been working with us for last 10, 12 years. But before we send to the client side, they will conduct the criminal background checks, whether you have done any crime during your employment outside the organization or not. So they do that because this is the client and contractual requirement. Okay, so what they do, they keep the track of all these things. and then you do the sampling. And then you are say, okay, these number of the head counts, you are saying, these are the sampling I've done. Please share the sample ID, background verification of these files of these 2 employees. Okay. But your sampling should not be creating any sampling error, something like that. Got it? Any question? Any question, team?
No.
Okay. Now, in this SOC audit, okay, we are going to use this a COSO framework when you will join the practical session. Okay. This is the control sheet, okay, that we are going to utilize during our audit. Okay. Of course, this control sheet is not 100% applicable to all of the organizations, because it says that we need to people deploy the controls on the basis of the size and nature of the organization and their business complexity, and what is the requirement of whether they have to comply or not. But in my audits exam class, I try to cover maximum controls as much as possible. We do not just confine ourselves to the COSO requirement. Now, moving back to the SOC reports. So SOC 1, SOC 2 audit report we have done. There is something called SOC 3 report. What is this, Swami? Swami, any understanding of SOC 3 report?
Yeah. Basically, SOC 1, SOC 2, Type 2 reports are supposed to be given to anybody with an NDA signed, basically, right? If you want to give a report about the organization in a much shorter way, it's a short report of SOC 2 Type 2 or SOC 1 Type 2 reports. It's a shorter version of it, and it can be made public also. That is the advantage what you are going to have with reference to SOC 3 report. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So let me open a SOC report and give the visual how this look like. Okay. So the SOC 2 reports, so for an organization, this is the SOC 2 report. Okay. Type 1, it is a type 1 report as of the date. Okay. Now you can see this report has approximately 45 pages of report. Okay. So there, sometime the organization say we cannot share the sorry, SOC report. What they do, they say, okay, we will prefer to give the synopsis of SOC 3 report. So how the SOC 3 reports looks like. 1 second, let me open it. Okay. Now this report is for the period of time for approximately 1 year. It's a type 2 report. This give you a synopsis, okay, of the report. Can this be shared out to someone? Yes, you can go ahead and share the report. Even if your organization policy say that we cannot share the complete SOC report, It is basically the attestation kind of thing that your organization has gone through the SOC audit, and this is the result. We don't share the complete report as a SOC 2 report or SOC 1 report. So SOC 3 works like a certification or attestation that your organization has gone through the report, and that is what the SOC 3 report is.
So
And
they
SOC
do
3
they
report
always
is,
get it? Sorry, I was just
no, no,
asking, like, do they always get it from the auditor whenever they get the SOC 2 done, or
You
they
no,
need
no,
get
to
no,
just
the
no.
send
SOC
you need
1?
to send a request.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. What is that SOC 2, when you are getting into an engagement, you have to request for both SOC 2 and SOC 3. If you don't
Yes.
ask for it, then you will not get SOC 3.
And even though even if you forgot it, okay, there are multiple cases. Even if you forget, okay, and your client says that we need SOC 3 report, you send them an email. They take 2 days time. They prepare the
Yeah,
report. It is a
yeah, yeah.
pre-format. They simply copy paste in the SOC 3 report. They update the timing. They update the company name, and they send you the SOC 3 report. It's like 15-20 minutes work. Okay,
And
What is this
secondly, this
report called?
it's a SOC 3 report. It's an attestation report.
No, you said a specific name.
SOC 3.
The one which is made public.
that is what SOC
Is
3 report only can
SOC
be
3
made
report.
public.
You can make it public.
Okay.
Yeah, we can make it
You can
public,
make it
and we
public.
can always state that
Okay.
it is for marketing requirements.
Okay, this is
Basically,
okay. 1 second, Swami. This is basically attestation. Okay, summary. We call sometime as executive summary. Okay, in many organizations, it is known as by different name. It is just that you can share it. Sometime in the interview, they ask, "Can we publish our SOC 3 report on company website?"
yes.
You can. Okay, this is the interview questions. You can publish SOC 3 report on website.
I was just about to ask it.
All right. Now, once this is done, team, okay, we need to understand what is the bridge letter. Okay. And when it is reviewed, let's say when it is issued, let's say Jan 25 to December 25, your audit period you have completed. Okay. Let's say I am completing this audit in the March 2026, we audited and issued the report. Okay, so my report is compliant from which period to which period? My report is compliant for Jan 25 to December 25. After
Yes.
this, I
There is
need
a gap.
attestation. I need attestation. Okay, that my organization will be audited next year in March 27, and as of now, no changes have been made to organizations infrastructure, to organizational infrastructure, okay? And when we are covering the gap from the audited period to the next period of time, to cover the gap, that letter is known as bridge letter. Okay, how it looks like? The bridge letter looks like this, team. Okay, it is a one-page letter. It says, we are providing this letter in connection with the Service Organization Control Part 2. Okay, and covering the control and procedures identified therein. The report covers the examination period from May 23 to October 23. Okay, and relates to a QA cloud solution. The bridge letter covers the period after the audit period gets over, okay? After the audit period, they are covering the gap. November 1st to September 30th, because this letter is getting issued on 1st October. So they're saying in the effort to assist in meeting financial reporting objective, the acquired organization provide the following assistance to your organization and your financial statement auditors regarding our service and control included in the scope of the report. Okay, as of this letter, there have been no significant changes to our control objectives of the related control activities. Okay, so this gets issued, they write this 2-3 statement, and that covers that until you start, your organization does not start the audit in 2026, March 27, your organization deemed to be or seems to be compliant on the basis of attestation made through the bridge letter to cover the gap. Understood?
For how long period it can be given? Like, is there a limit? Like, this letter can be covering these many months or more than that?
Sometime, most of the time, it is covered for 6 months. Okay, 6 months to 1 year. But during the COVID situation, okay, the audit committee said that yes, we can issue the attestation of bridge letter for 2 years and 3 years also. But every time, every year, in every 6 months, the bridge letter needs to be renewed. So what they will do, they will go to the bridge letter. Okay, they will come here. They will come here. They will change the time. Issue date, it is October 24. They will change after 6 months, March 25. After 6 months, again 6 months. So, but it cannot be like unlimited time. Okay, it was an exception made during the COVID time. Otherwise, generally it gets used only to cover the gap till your next audit is getting started. And that is it. Have I answered your question?
Yes.
All right, guys. With that, one request again: those people who wants to get into the practical session of this complete audit, please register yourself. Okay, by going to this website. The class is getting started from 9th August for the complete practical session, where I will be teaching you access management audit, business continuity planning, disaster recovery, network security audit, where we will be auditing the vulnerability suspended penetration testing report, where we will be auditing the access controls, business continuity, logical security, network security, operation security, vendor due diligence, recruitment audit, training audit, and so on. And at the end of the day of this class, once the class gets over, the last day we keep it to write the report, how the report should look like. We write the report, and the report will be available. See, I will tell you how to audit the encryption, what is the risk register, how you're going to audit the risk register issue trackers. And this is how we are going to audit and write the report. I will tell you how to write the narratives. We are going to cover asset management, access management, business continuity, logical security, network security, physical security, learning and development, which is training, recruitment, risk management, vendor management, change management, software development, information and communication, and compliance controls. Then I will tell you how to write the audit report based on the 5 trust criteria. Understood? Any question, team? All right, if there is no question, thank you for joining the session of GSA Council. Yes, Neha.
Sorry,
you
it
had
was
some
by
question?
mistake.
Okay. No problem, team. Please join the session for the full class of 36 hours of SOC 2, and we'll see you in the class. Take care.
Thank
Already
you. It was
registered,
a
Sonu. Thank
good
you.
session.
Okay.
Thanks,
Okay.
Sonu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Welcome. Thank you. Bimpy, you have some question? You're raising the hand. Yes, please ask the question. Bimpy, you're raising the hand. There's some question. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? Hello?
Your gum just fall out.
It's just that you I don't go out. Eh? Alright. Hello?
Yes, Bimpy, you are audible.